My buddy, my buddy, my buddy and me, we can climb up a tree. My buddy and me, we're the best friends we can be. If you remember that jingle, that's right. You're probably pretty cool. Taking a look at the spy. Look at that. Look at that baby run. 41065. What can we do? Do we want to get in on that 0 day? Got it lined up here already. Thinking about the 414. 414 selling that call and then buying the 416, we'd create a 4 cent credit on this. Should we do that? Why not? Let's see if we can get some action here. We were going to get even more action. Let's go at the, can we do a 5? What's it doing? Is it going up as we speak or down? It is still up there pretty good. Come on, the bid and ask is 4 and 6. Why can't we get a 5? Can I get a amen? Let's get, you want to go 10? You're crazy. Let's go 10 contracts just to see what's up. So that'd be about $2,000. Not about, it would be exactly $2,000 collateral, $50 credit. So that'd be 2.5% on our money in 1 day. Let's see if we can't get it filled, because if it keeps going green, it's going to fill, right? It is going to fill. Let's put that on the board. Yes, put it on the board. See what happens. Currently, you have 0.0 of your contracts filled. So what are we doing? Hey, we're running up. 41070. Still got a shot. Still got a shot to get this done. 73, 75, 78, any moment now. That thing's going to fill. You could feel it. You could feel it in your bones here at 9:28 a.m. Central Standard Time. It is Thursday, April 13th. Thursday, April 13th. Come on, you could do it. 41082, 81. You got to be knocking on Filling's door. Knocking on Filling's door. 0 out of 10 contracts you got there, Bart. Okay, the other thing I wanted to do, I have another little experiment to run by you. If you are willing, I was looking at 14 days to expiration. Okay, what if we looked at putting one of those on every day from now up until, no, that wouldn't be enough days. You're so crazy. No, let's just run it. Let's run this experiment all the way through the Fed meeting, because I was going to say, let's just do it up until the Fed meeting, but that would only give us a handful of trading days. What if we ran a 14 days to expiration experiment? If we ran an experiment, let's click done there. Go to an experiment, sell call on the SPY, and we looked 14 days out, call credit spread, and we were around maybe at 15 delta. Whoa, that's a huge gap. Oh, that's around 15. What is that? That's a 20 delta bar. That's not 15. But 420 was actually the number I was eyeballing before. Look at that. Look at those numbers. 110. And if we buy it just 10, well, that's $10. Why? What do you mean just? 98 credit, right? But it'd be $1,000 collateral, but you'd collect, I'll be glad to collect $98 today for a 0 loss tomorrow. What's it doing? Going back down? Just a little. It's still there. So what if we put that on and then we kept track of that, of course, in a spreadsheet? We'd have just put an extra tab in our SPY 0 day to expiration spreadsheet, put an extra tab in there and check if there's any action that can be had at this type of a delta 14 days out. If you're looking around that 15, let's do this. Cap 20. Let's do 10 to 20 delta with maybe an average of 15 to see if there's any action that can be had. We'll run it for like 14 days and just see what happens. You're losing your credit. Your credit's going bye-bye. Let's see. Can we get a 98? Can we get a name, man? Let's just go for a 97 right now. Get that filled. Call credit spread, 14 days expiration, $97 on 1,000. Come on, you could do it. Yeah, look at that. The bid and ask is changing before our eyes because it must be going down again. Not much. It's still kind of trending sideways. All right, let's just say that that's going to fill today at 97, and it did. So it just filled at 97 on 1,000. What is the math? $97 divided by 1,000. Okay, and then we got to divide it by our 14 days, and then we annualize it at the 365. Is that the right number? It can't be. What do you mean it can't be? You just did the math. $97 on 1,000 collateral. Yeah, well, you got to factor in that risk, because what is your win percentage going to be? So according to the math, if you looked at the delta as a probability, right, 15% of the time you're going to lose that day. And typically when you lose on these credit spreads, you'll lose 2 to 3 times your investment. So we'll probably go back in and maybe put the old stop loss in there just for fun and games, just for some fun in the games and some action. And then we'll track that to see what's up. Hey, we got it filled before we gap down. Did we get the other one filled? Come on. Did we get the 0 days filled, or is it still pending? Wow, wow, wow. It is still pending, but you never know. There's still plenty of time in the day. But we did fill the other, correct? If you can hear my stomach, go ahead and leave it in the comment that, yep, I could hear your stomach growling. I was up early today. I was up early. Plus, I haven't had the distraction of a workout to keep me from thinking about eating, because I like to do that intermittent fasting. So I might eat a little early, maybe an hour earlier than normal today, just to fend off the ghrelin. That's the chemical release to let you know that, hey, I think you might be hungry. And that causes that growling in the stomach. So there we go. Hey, we're up $3. Should we close it? We got filled at a good time at this particular time of the day. I'm excited to track the progress of that trading thesis. 14 days to expiration between a 10 and 20 delta, maybe with an average of 15. What are going to be those drawdowns? And part of the reason I was looking at SPY over time, I was looking at year to date. So this is year to date, Yahoo Finance, or finance.yahoo.com if you want to be technical. Year to date on the SPY, okay? So there's SPY currently at 410.51. Year to date, here are the numbers, okay? So if we look at the lows, we're way down here at January 5th. Hey, that's your father's birthday. God rest your soul, Faja. So on 1/5/2023, if we look at that little box, this box here, we'll see that it closed at 379.38 on that day. So if we go to the high of the year, it was at 416.78. So 416.78 was the high of the year. So that kind of led me to that thesis that, will this continue to trade sideways while the market determines if the Fed is going to win the fight against inflation, or are they going to throw the old monkey wrench into the economy and just seize up the prospects for earnings growth this year and cause an earnings recession, which of course will then trigger likely a stock market bear thesis for 2023. And my thesis is fairly bare, even though I'm a very optimistic guy. I really am. The glass is half full, especially my wine glass. Where is the too early for wine? It's wine o'clock somewhere now. I don't normally do any day drinking unless I'm on vacation. But as we say when we're on vacation, you can't drink all day if you don't start first thing in the morning. I wish you did have an edit button, Bart, because I would edit so much of what you say out. So here we have our thesis. We are looking at that high of the year, 416.78. Now, again, this thing could go crazy tomorrow and crash through my 420 spread immediately. I don't think it will. I think I'm going to be having some green days after green days. But what we'll be interested in is how hard will the drawdown be on the red day? Will you eliminate a week's worth of trades with one down day? How does that play out over time? I like to keep track of my trades. Yes, I do. So that's our SPY double trade of the day. And then, you know what? I'm even going to look again at the end of the day, depending on what this market does. I might look to enter a 1 day to expiration that will close tomorrow, Friday. All right, on the SPY. And then also maybe adding another 14-day to the mix. Again, depending on the delta, the premium, and the action that may be had in that regard. So where are we at? 410.62 currently. And we probably have not filled over here. Nope, we have not filled our current day trade. But if this thing bounces back up to where it likely will, okay, before it comes down again, could get back up to this. We'll have to probably be in the 410.80s in order to fill that, maybe even higher, because again, as time continues today and it's a 0 day to expiration trade, then the theta actually works against me for filling this. And then once it fills, it works for me. Time decay. So there we have it. Thanks for tuning in. Make sure you are indeed a subscriber. Subscribe to the channel. Just take a deep breath, look at the little button that says subscribe. If you are not a subscriber, just click it. Click it before you get a ticket, and then we will go from there. Like the video, leave a comment, and I'll see you in the next one.